Welcome to Intense History. Today we'll be learning about how my grandpa got his samurai sword.
My grandpa was a soldier under General Douglas MacArthur. He was in Air Force Intelligence, which was part of the Army at the time. He served on Papua New Guinea and the Philippines. Anyways, long story short, he landed in Japan 2 weeks after the surrender. They took over the Itami Air Base, which is right next to the city of Osaka.
Since few servicemen had been on the island at that time, they didn't have time to make rules for the soldiers, so my grandpa slipped off the base with his rifle before they made the rule that no soldiers were allowed off base. He wanted to go sightseeing. He took a train, or it was more like a trolley passenger train, all the way to Osaka all by himself. Many of the Japanese people were looking at him. He was the first white person many of them had ever seen. Also, he was the first American to see that part of the city. When he was on the train, the Japanese gave him neither a look of anger nor a look of shock. It was just a blank stare. It was as if they did not know what to think. As he was sitting on the train, he saw an elder lady that was standing up. He decided to stand up and let the lady take his spot on the seat. This is when the Japanese on the train looked somewhat shocked. They did not expect their conquerors to give up a seat for them. Perhaps they expected Americans to treat them like the Japanese treated the people that they conquered, i.e. not very well. So he got off the train and decided to go sightseeing. This part of the city was not destroyed, so there was not any evidence of bombings or attacks. This area was an important center for rail traffic, and the Americans decided it was left better untouched so that it would make occupation duty easier. As he was walking, he saw a marionette show. Apparently Japan was known for their marionette shows. As he was walking through, he saw a contingent of about 20 Japanese soldiers, all armed with rifles and bayonets. My grandpa was a little intimidated, but decided to walk over. He saw an officer, who looked to be in his late 20s, with a samurai sword on his side. None of them knew English, but my grandpa pointed at the sword and he said, "I like your sword." The officer walked over and handed him his sword, apparently as a gesture of surrender. So, that's how my grandpa got his samurai sword. No, he didn't kill a Japanese soldier. No, he didn't take it from one. He was actually given the samurai sword. So, that's the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember, V for victory always.